Hey everyone, this is London Bridge Bricks. In my fourth in the series of PoPPin Polybags, I'll be taking a look at set number 30303, DC Comics The Joker Bumper Car. Now this set came out in 2015, has 47 pieces, one minifigure, and retails for roughly £4 in the UK and $4 in the US. Now that's the brief, let's go and take a closer look. So here he is then, bumping straight into action. Along the top here we've got the DC Comics Superheroes banner, and then just in there in very faint blue we've got a picture of a building and what looks like an explosion down below there. Now I don't know if that's a significant piece of art or anything like that, but if you know, then let me know please in the comments below. So it's aimed at ages 6 to 12 and it's got this really roundish but odd number as well, which is 30303. Bit odd, but just like the Joker himself, I suppose. And of course, Joker being the Joker, the artwork is showing off him clowning around through Gotham City, but not in a car or a motorbike, but Joker being Joker, he's doing it his way, of course, in a bumper car. And perhaps that's his approach on having an electric car. I don't know, but I kind of like his style, don't you? So down here, we've got the classic, the ever classic Batman logo, and then just there, we've got the DC Comics logo as well. Around the back, well, there's absolutely nothing going on there at all. So that's the outside. Let's take a look and see what we got on the inside. So inside the bag then, we get an absolute array of these here. These lime green cheese slopes. They're pretty cool, aren't they? I'm liking that. Very colourful indeed. What other interesting parts have we got here? Oh, this looks good. I'm liking that. Hey, we've got the meringue pie. Yeah, I'm liking that as well. That's pretty cool, liking that. I haven't got a meringue pie element, I don't think. And this here, this aerial here. But of course, we'll take a little look at that a little bit deeper in just a moment. And then we've got the instruction manual, which, as always with polybags, they look like they come straight out of a cracker. Anyway, let's open it up and see what's on the inside. Oh, and here we've got the Lego Club. That's interesting. Do you know, that is something I've never, ever been a member of. Never was. I don't suppose I ever will be. I don't even know if it's still going. But let me know, of course, in the comments if any of you boys and girls out there were members of the Lego Club as well. Sounds like a pretty decent club to be in. Anyway, whatever happens. So, anyway, this is kind of where we want to get to after, of course, this brief speed build. Well, I really enjoyed that. And what an array of vibrant colours we've got. Anyway, let's take a look at the minifigure first, shall we? So here he is then, DC's renowned supervillain, Joker. And I've got to say, he looks absolutely fantastic. And I'll tell you something that is rather fantastic as well, is this meringue pie. Look at that. I love lemon meringue pie. And to get this element with him as well is brilliant, because again, this is something else. This is a tiny little poly bag, but it's full of a few elements that I've just never got before. This kind of reminds me of like a sort of a micro scale cupcake. I love it. Really, really good. And something I really love, and something I think that is really, really good, is this minifigure. Look at him. It's fabulous, isn't he? I'm loving the hair. It's kind of like a bright green version of a Moff Tarkin hairpiece, isn't it? It's kind of slicked back. It's very, very green, and it matches his eyebrows perfectly well. I mean, look at all that lipstick he's got around his mush. I think he looks fantastic. I do, especially with all the grey lines and that he's got in there as well. It kind of makes him look that bit more kind of intensely evil, I've got to say. Anyway, round to the back here, if we just pop his hairpiece off, at least just for a moment anyway, and we get another face. How cool is that? An alternative face. And I think this, again, is kind of an interesting one. It's kind of a slightly amused Joker, isn't he? I like it a lot. It's definitely got something on his mind, and you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be mischief as well, isn't it? So, round to the torso then. And as always, Joker is dressed absolutely immaculately. He's got this distinguishing purple suit and a lime green waist jacket that actually happens to match the bumper car. And what I'm really particularly liking as well, I'm loving the lapel. That's kind of nice and bright, isn't it? And you've got this kind of green, almost kind of Western bow tie there. I think it's really nice. Round the back, what do we get? Oh, just kind of like a little slit down the back there that just kind of shows the waist jacket as well, which I gotta say is a pretty decent bit of detail. We even get a little tiny speck of pattern in there as well, and get the 2 yellow buttons there as well. And of course we get a couple of crease prints in there as well. No prints on the legs, none on the side, and certainly none around the front. So all the action with this particular minifigure, printing wise anyway, is on the torso and the face. But you know what? Being a clown, I think that works quite nicely. So just for a moment then, I'm just going to pop Joker just there. So the main build itself then, the bumper car. I've got to say, I really enjoyed building this. What a fabulous use of 47 pieces. And I've got to say as well, I think this is the perfect vehicle for the Joker. But I'll come back to that in just a tick. So this whole build is made over 2 sections. You've got this 4x6 grey plate when you've got the upper section all built on top of that. And then down here, you've got the lower kind of carriage section here with the wheels and the bumpers. But again, I'll come back to that in just a tick. Up top, we've got these kind of, we can't get away from them really. They're glaring at you, aren't they? It's like a bright, luminous, almost green here. And then going around there, you've got these slopes as well, which is kind of nice. And then you've got the blue steering wheel, which I think looks pretty good. And you've got these trans yellow studs as well. I think they look kind of nice. In fact, I used a spare one. I had one spare piece in this whole set, and I popped him just there. I thought, well, pop a light on the back, why not? So anyway, whilst we're at the back, look at this great big aerial we've got going on here, which normally acts as the current for the Dodgem or the bumper car. I think that's a really nice element. In fact, I've not even used that element. I've never even seen it before. I didn't even know it existed before this, but let me know if you've got a set where this element is. I'd be interested to know what other people use it for, if I'm honest. And then of course you've got this spoiler here for what is obviously a special bumper car for, well, let's face it folks, he's a special character, isn't he? But this particular piece, I've only ever seen that in elements for, you know, sets such as mechs or maybe even speed champions. You know, they normally go along where the shoulder is for protection or something like that. Or of course a spoiler for a more conventional car like a Ferrari or something like that. So that's pretty cool. So that's like the upper section. Then the lower section, you've got these really cool technique going on here to get this kind of oval shape. So if I turn it around there, you'll see it perfectly goes round the whole of the bumper car. Of course, it's not quite round, it's oval, which is of course how it should be. Now, going back to what I was saying about this being the perfect car or vehicle in general for the Joker, and you're probably thinking, well, why on earth's that? The Joker, he should be driving motorbikes or fast cars or maybe even a tank. No, you see, I think this is the perfect car for him, or perfect vehicle anyway, because you only get these 2 wheels in it. And some people might not like that. They might sort of think, oh, I'd prefer it if it had 4 because it'd be more stable. But that's the whole point of this, you see. When you push it, see there, what it does at the end of it. It kind of goes off. So not only have you got this unstable rocking motion going on here, but when you push it, it's unpredictable. Now, if I was to sum up the Joker in 2 words, I would say the Joker was definitely unstable and completely unpredictable. So that's why I think this is the perfect vehicle for him. Anyway, let's see how well he actually perches inside his kind of zooped up bumper car. And there we go, see? It's perfect, isn't it? There we go. I love it. And like I said, there we go. You have no idea where it's going to go, but it's kind of fun as well. I like it. But then again, it's a bumper car. So Joker, for me, as far as I'm concerned, he's in the perfect vehicle for the Joker. And now he can run around Gotham and make loads and loads of mayhem. So overall then, what did I think? Well, I gotta say, it's a fun build, and in reality, we get very few bumper cars from Lego. And I say there should definitely be more. Just like Lego, they're fun, creative, vibrant and bumpy, especially if you happen to tread on them. It's a unique vehicle that reflects a unique character, and I gotta say, he's definitely welcomed in my Lego collection. I think he's very cool. Now, perhaps going forward, I might even make my own mock bumper cars that reflect other minifigures. You know, imagine a Darth Vader or maybe a Monkey Kid bumper car. I think they would look pretty good, and maybe that would make for an interesting amusement park for New London. So perhaps watch this space. In the meantime, if you like small sets, perhaps consider getting this. And I gotta say, it's just got a little bit of everything about it. And that, everybody, is no joke. Thank you as always for tuning in. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Now let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see me pop open a particular polybag in this series. And don't forget, you can follow the channel on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're new around here, why not hop on and subscribe and become a big part of the LBB family. I'll leave you now with some videos that I think you might like.